boys and girls, we are on a low water crossing here at the Blue River. You can hear that water running. It sounds beautiful, doesn't it? All right, guys, we're inside Scotty's Blue River. That's because Scotty's is right next to the Blue River. Great place, and you got to check it out. When you come here, this is your home base. If you are wanting to fly fish the Blue River, and hey, this place has got it going on. Really, just a cool place. Very friendly people, and I haven't been here in a long time, man. It's been a real long time since I've been here. And this is a great place. Got your fresh, soft drinks. You got a little beer. And got some flies. So you got to remember, it's a good place to come for flies if you need flies. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's take a look and see if there's any flies over here. I think, yeah, oh yeah, here we go. There you go. Take a look at those flies. Tell you what, man. Doesn't take anything too complicated here, that's for sure. And they don't have anything too terribly complicated. They do have leaders. Wow, which is great. So they have the SA trout leaders, absolutes. And that could be really handy, actually. And you got your little Cleo selections for a real good price, actually. Got your power bait right there. Got your weights. Pretty good. The weather's getting worse. That's better for us. Much better. I like this. I like this weather. There you go, Scotty. Guess what? I got no connection. This is my evidence. Should I be stopped and tagged? I do have my license, which was like $85 there. It's gone up. Yeah.
I don't think you have to get one. You know, Oklahoma, Texas don't have, if you're over 65. You know,
I'm 64. Do I look that old?
I'm 65.
Yeah, I know. This is my last year. This is my last year. Still, it's trying to connect. It's trying.
I think I.
No, it says syncing, preparing on there. So I got nothing going. This is disturbing because I can't check in. So there is a chink in the system. Chink in the armor of the system. All right, boys and girls, we are on a low water crossing here at the Blue River. You can hear that water running. It sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I'd rather hear that water than my own voice. There's hardly any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fishermen here today. 2 or 3 out of sight. There you go, guys. Beautiful stuff. All right, boys and girls, it may look warm, but it's very cold. So we're gonna move and get out of this. There's the crossing I've been telling you about. Caught 2 fish off of there pretty quickly. But we're gonna get out of this wind. The wind is just blowing. So I'm gonna go on downriver and see what it looks like. And see what the repairs look like down there on the road that goes down to some of the great campsites. It's a lot colder than I thought it would be, and it's just the wind chill. We're here at the Blue River, and I'm in the parking lot. Right down there is the low water crossing, and it's closed off because of the bad weather we had and the ice and snow and all that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a hike and go look at some of the repairs that have been done down on the campgrounds, the road to campgrounds down that way. Try to get out of the wind. I'm just getting a direct wind going across the low road there, going across the river, and it is beating me down to where I can't even feel my fingers. So surprise, surprise, surprise. In Texas, they have a saying: it's cold as a witch's tit. And really, it is when the wind blows here in Oklahoma. So let's go for a walk, see what happens. People are getting here, getting crowded. Convoys. Oh boy, here we go. So people, let me show you from this angle. This is a low water crossing right over here. And I rode out here with a local today, and he said about 80% of the fish that are stocked right here. But what I'm gonna do is, like I said a minute ago in the car when I was warming up, is I'm gonna walk down a lot further past all this, and people are starting to pile up here, walk down a little lower, check out the repairs that have been done. But isn't that beautiful? Isn't it just beautiful? Listen to the sound of that. And the water's kind of low, everybody said. I don't know how much that lens can penetrate the water, but I can see a lot of boulders. It's as low as I've ever seen it here. Pretty low. So today is February the 4th, something like that. Let's go for a walk. So this is pretty typical right here, except for the brand new, slightly used secondhand rope swing. But this is a pretty typical spot where you can walk along the bank. This is up close to the road. And then you can there's a fish right there. And then you can go up and out. And right here are some spots that you can park and camp. There's 1, 2, 3 right here. So this hasn't been open for a long time because of the culvert being washed out. And I saw some video of them putting the new one in, and we're gonna go look at it, because before it was just a boulder field with boulders the size of Mercedes-Benzes. So we're gonna go look, old Mercedes-Benzes. We're gonna go down there and look at that, walk on down and see if we can drop in somewhere and maybe get our line on some of these fish that are, let's just say they've kind of made their way down low and gotten out of the pounding they're taking from the power baiters. Still got ice on the ground and mud from the melting, but we're out of the wind now, and that wind was beating me so hard in the open that I had to get out of it. So we're walking down the park road to the south. Got a little bit of overcast. Perfect conditions today, except for the water flow. Just almost perfect. So we're gonna see what happens. And I'm gonna spend a little time down here, then go back up to where 80% of the fish are stocked. Just so maybe I can catch one and show it to you. I know you guys wanna see what a Oklahoma rainbow, stalker rainbow looks like. But for now, this is a pretty good adventure, because it's a brand newly opened road after, I think, 3 seasons of being closed, maybe just 2 from the floods. Well, let's make our way down. I'm very happy that this is open. It opens up a lot more water, and water for spring and summer. A lot of people don't realize that trout stick around. They don't just leave when it becomes open season. So we probably won't hit the catch and release today because they aren't stocking it very well. And the degree of difficulty just to get to where you need to go is much greater than what we have here. A very, very low degree of difficulty. Here's another spot. Now we're way up above the river. It's down there. We're probably, I don't know, 50 feet up from the river. Designated camp area. They don't pick up their trash, of course. That looks good down there. I kind of want to go down there, but it's a heck of a ways down there. Let's keep going, see what we find. All right, we're on a steep downhill now. That's a pretty good hill right there. Just the walking alone is enough to get you warmed up, and that's what you want. You got to warm up your core. I just wasn't, I came out of the car. I hadn't been doing anything but sitting in the car. Walk out onto that low road and just got the wind just blowing me, just like frostbite, just by wind chill alone. But this is a great place. This is the new bridge. It's actually a bridge. They didn't just put a culvert. Really nice bridge. Really brought this thing up. And you get to see some great, great rocks down here that are very typical of Oklahoma geology. Very cool. Got to show you this. We'll pan around and we can look at this. It's really, really cool. Man, this is a good example. Reminds me of an old Western movie or something. Isn't that great? Isn't that wild looking? There's the bridge that got made. It wasn't a bridge before. It was just a little pipe going under there, a little round pipe. Now it's really a substantial 500-year bridge, since we need 500-year bridges and drains and all that now instead of good old little bitty old pipes. But that runoff you see is ice. It didn't snow, lots of ice here in Oklahoma and North Texas. And it's melting off now. All right, I'm about ready to fish some more. How about you? All right, here's another campground right there, and one back that way. And this is a prime spot with a great view, if you know what I mean. Wow, this is just beautiful. I haven't been here so long, I forgot how good it is, how beautiful it is. Probably can't see the water like I can see it. I can see all the way 5 feet deep here. And it is just awesome. Let's go down here, see if I can show you kind of what the deal is here. Wow, they ground up some trees here, looks like. It is so beautiful here. And this is a great smallmouth spot too. But I think if I'm gonna come do smallmouth here, I'm gonna have to come do it with a kayak. Bring a kayak right here, drop in and just paddle around. There's spots you just can't hit because of the angle of the bank and all the brush behind. So there's fish out in there. There's definitely fish out in there. Man, that's beautiful, isn't it? Wow, okay. Let's go look some more. Just can't cast from here. Well, there's a place down there I've casted from before. Let's go down there, see if we can get there. You know, there's that old adage, if you go further than 20% of the people, you catch 80% of the fish. There's nobody here. So maybe I've gone that 20%. Let's set this thing down and take a look. The water is just awesome and deep. No telling what might happen or what might not happen. All right, guys. Rearranging now. We got fish in here for sure. Oh, yep, still on, still on. Got to get to the real people. All right. So we're tenderfooting this fish with a 4-weight, 4-pound test, and just a black woolly booger. I mean, come on. It's the Blue River, Oklahoma. And I still love these fish. They're pretty, and this is a good sized trout for here. Just tell you right now, this is a pretty good sized fish. Let me see if I can get it without getting myself in a world of wet. All right, guys and girls. Here we go. Not so bad. Little rainbow trout. Stucker. There's a bunch of them in here. And I do mean a bunch. But here's what they look like. Not so bad. A little soft from the cold, but a pretty decent fish all in all. Okay. Want to go again? Let's go again. It'll work. Let's try again. That was second cast here. Way away from the crowds, okay? We're a long way from the people. And real close to the fish. That can happen when people don't want to go walk very far. Here we go. Let's do it again. One more time. Just one more time. Then we'll go touring. I don't know. I might fish here for a while. It's a beautiful spot. It's just beautiful. You just got to work it. And what I'm doing is I'm going upstream behind these boulders. So there's a set of boulders that are going across here, submerged. Fish, especially the smarter, bigger ones, will be hiding behind those. You might even try running a little longer leader so you can get a better sink and a little bit more distance between your fly line and your fly, because these fish are getting harassed day in and day out. I like that spot. I'm between some boulders over there. Big ones. Big boulders. Small fish, big boulders. They just let up completely. Okay, I'm not giving up very easily. I want to give up pretty easily here in a minute. Whoa, that's not where I want to be. There we go. Wow, this cold surprised me. The wind is bad. You can see it swirling now on the water. Yeah, I think I got the only fish. Oh, there's another one right there. He came up, chased it. Another big one, actually. Another really nice sucker. This right there. Yep. Boy, that one's going wild now. Stucker going wild. Stucker going wild. This one may not stay on. He really just attacked. All right. That's a good spot. If you're not into quantity, you're into quality. Oh, a quality fish here. This is a quality spot. I wish I could move around easier. It's so treacherous. This fish, so far, a little more docile. Again, another really nice slabby. See, the tail's worn off of there. That tail, like that. And that comes from being a stalker instead of a wild fish. But this one, great color. I would eat that guy if I was a fish eater. Nicely done. Nice. Oh, go on then. There we go. Okay, people, let's move on. I think I proved a bit point here. Let's go find another spot. Let's go. I gotta hit that fall down there. I always like that fall. Never done very well, but it's really soft. We got a lot of solitude to it because there's probably no fish there. But it's pretty. So let's go take a look. Treacherous, people. Even with spikes on, it's treacherous because of the ice. The ice has been frozen and melted and frozen and melted over this time. And wow, it's just been an interesting few days here in North Texas. But anyway, this is the spot. Come on down. Come on up, I should say. Oklahoma. All right, walking out of this spot. And I wanted to get some video of it just so I wouldn't forget where it is. Because those are nice fish right there. And I bet there's even bigger ones in there just based on the water down there. I bet there are some bigger fish. Got some rock hunters out here, campers. There's always something going on out here. And I gotta hit that falls. Here we go. Back on the main road, going down to the falls. Beautiful out here. Just turned into a beautiful day now that the sun's warming things up. All right, guys, I had to cut through a little bit. And now I'm down from that falls I want to be on, but there's some guys called the Blue Dudes. So I'm guessing the Blue Dudes are pretty much experts. If they call themselves the Blue Dudes, they must be something special. I'm sure they are. So I'm going to try to work my way back up that way. Gosh, just beautiful here. The water is just gorgeous. And I think it's probably because it's really cold water now. Now that we've had the ice and snow. Oh, let's just see if we can make our way back. You know, I think we're beyond where trout would fall. But you never know. But I do know there's nowhere to back cast, and I'm not going to mess with a roll cast. So let's go bushwhacking this thing without falling down and killing myself. The actual trail over there is ice. So that's not good. That's not good at all. But we'll spin the camera around right here and you can see that fall up there and see what I'm talking about. It's very mild and mellow. Usually there's more water coming over than that. I'm telling you, man, I want to come back here so bad now that this campground is open. I will come back here with my kayak and just slide it right off and fish this thing. Because, so much good underwater habitat for smallmouth here. And there's largemouth. And I've seen a Kentucky here, actually. So, anyway, let's try to up track. I'm going to turn this off because it needs my total concentration to get from point A to point B. We're getting closer, guys. It is something you want to be very careful with because right now it's ice, not snow. This ice is melted and refrozen about 3 or 4 times in the last 7 days. And in the shade is where the trail is, of course. And it is just, you can see the trail because it's white. It's pure ice. So I've got my spikes on. Let's see if we can keep from busting butt and get over there, down below that campsite, which is right up there. Those guys look like a bunch of nice, really, really nice guys. And smart to be here during the week. Maybe they'll stay here for Super Bowl weekend. I got another surprise coming this weekend. Another fly fishing surprise. Yeah, this is nice and flat. So there's 2 trails, high and low. 3, 1 going up to where they are. And we're at the falls. And I think this is going to be kind of fun to see this. And step onto the falls. A lot of what we do here is step out onto the falls and park ourselves and fish down into the pools below the falls. This is a big pool right here. 200 yards probably. Deep green. So I got to shut off again so that I can concentrate on getting there without busting my hiney, which is just bony. Alright guys, let me refresh your memory. We're at the Blue River. We're way down low into the campsites, which were closed off until this year. I caught a couple fish further up. This is the last fall that I think would be viable. I don't think fish are even this far down. Although I've caught fish off of this fall before in years past. Check out those videos. And we're just going to go out here, get a little relaxation, step out onto the fall, and do some casting, see if we can get down deep enough. Maybe there's something down in there. And for equipment, this is a 7.9 4-weight, an old TFO, size 10, it's about size 8 woolly booger. Man, typical. And running a beautiful reel, the Rise by Reddington, and a really good fly line for throwing streamers. Streamer line, 4-weight, matched up perfectly. So, it's just beautiful, people. Let's go look at it. Ooh. I think I can get a cast off far enough that I can hit that pool right there. There's several, you can see there's several feeders going into it. This is a 100-yard long, 85-yard long fall. The water's low, so there's not a lot of water coming off of it compared to normal. Sometimes it'll be treacherous here because there's so much water coming off. This is not one of those times. Oh, there is fish down here. Just saw something. Okay, let's fish it. Let's give it a go, people. All right, guys, let me run this idea by you. Water is shallow for a long way on these rocks. It's too low for a fish to even get over. So unless they stock fish below this, there's probably not any fish. We're gonna try one more spot over here, and then we're gonna go back up, all the way back up, and see how the guys are doing up at the killer's floor. We'll call it the killing floor up there at the low water crossing. All right, so if we assume that this water is too low to let fish get through and down into this pool, where would they be? Maybe up in the pool right above this. I've caught fish right up here under this pine tree that's leaning over years ago. So let's see if we can get up there. Let's see if we can get up there, and maybe there's some fish hanging out right up under that tree. Well, you know, when I say that, I'm gonna flip that camera around so you can actually see what I'm talking about. Maybe now you can hear me, man. That water sounds beautiful, doesn't it? If you look back at some of my old posts on www.texasflycaster.com, you will find audio just of the sound of this river, of the Guadalupe River, of rivers in Colorado. You might be surprised. www.texasflycaster.com. All right, I got to stop again because I need both hands on this. This is looking pretty interesting from a old man's point of view. All right. Okay, we're getting there. Got to wipe the snot off every once in a while for my glamour shots. Remember glamour shots back in the malls? You could go get a glamour shot done. That was so weird. Those were some weird times, weren't they? So, okay, this is a good, like, looks almost like the Flatirons in Boulder, but laid down under the water. Really cool looking right here. But it's cool looking because the water's so low. But I can find a point, and I've been on this point before and caught fish. So, and this isn't so treacherous now. Guys, you've got to have a wading stick. Check out my link to a story on the best wading staff there is. I'll put that link right now, right up there at the top. Go check out the best wading staff you can get that also doubles, as you can tell, as a camera monopod. It's a better wading staff than it is a monopod, but in a crunch like this, it works. All right, I'm gonna have to set this down so I can safely get at the point, and the point is made of pure rock, so that means that there's nowhere to hold it anyway, so we're gonna shut it down here. All right, guys, that was a catch and release of another fish about the size of those other ones, stalkers, you know. So that tells me that there are some that have made it this far down, but they didn't make it down to there. So they're up in here. Having a lot of malfunctions with my microphone today for whatever reason. So you're gonna have to bear with me as I lose some recordings. And let me go back out there and see if I can do it again. Just for you guys, just for you. I caught the only fish out of here. There's a spot right there. If you're out here at the lowest fall, right there. And I think I caught the only one though. So it was another slab, but unfortunately my video and audio and all that stuff kind of was wacky doodle, and ended up without any footage of that. But it looks just like the other one. They're stalkers, man. I mean, they're probably all siblings and probably all inbred. But they're still pretty fish, aren't they? It's great to feel that tug, isn't it? All right, guys, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to start walking back up, and then we're going to drop back in somewhere up there. Probably go all the way back up because my friends are up there probably wondering where I am and pissed off. So anyway, we're going back up to the low water crossing. It's just beautiful here, I tell you. This is a great piece of rock right here. Look at that behind me. That's pretty awesome, isn't it? Can you imagine? I bet Indians sat right here at one time, fed their horses, watered them, camped. This is Oklahoma. This is the real thing. Chickasaw country here. And we have to pay our respects to the Chickasaw for letting us fish here. Even though the state has kind of asserted their privilege over the hundreds of years or however long it's been. Pretty awesome place. I've still got about 50 feet to go, climbing away from these guys in their camp over here. Just thought I'd show you this beautiful outcropping of rock right here, and tell you that Oklahoma's just right here, people. If you want to come out, let me know. There's a lot of information on the website, Texas Flycaster. A lot of videos on this place, and it's pretty awesome. I'll pan around and you can see the other side where I came from, that fall, really well from here. Panning, 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 and then we'll continue the climb out. Is my nose running? Feels like it is, but I can barely feel my face, barely feel my hands. More beautiful rock. Just show me to the road and I'll be on my way. Think about a fish, right? They get caught. They're just juiced. No energy. They go down there. I went way 3 14-inch slabs. That's what I caught. Yeah.
You were down past the
Yeah,
falls.
I was down
In the pool?
Yeah, I was in a couple of pools, but even the last fall, above the fall, I caught the same size fish.
Oh, nice.
So I only caught 3 fish, and they were all slabs.
But they were nice.
They were all 3 slabs, and then
chunks.
Nothing but dinks off the road, man. It's just dink city.
Oh, it's.
I mean, just like this
they're
big.
a little bitty out there.
Yeah. Just,
I caught one that was like this.
I can't believe they stock those and don't grow them up a little more. You know, I mean, they were dink eat.
They're like this.
Yeah.
They weren't even 8 inches.
I'm trying to understand that, you know. But
I caught one good one up there, and I kept them, so I thought maybe I'll get another one.
You got to go down. But let me tell you, it's improved down there quite a bit. They got. I mean, I guess you've been down there. Have you been down there this year?
Last year?
No. It's clear all the way through. You can. I mean, it's just. I'm coming back with kayak in the spring, in the summer, because you can just slide it right off. You're not bushwhacking through the poison ivy or anything.
Before it was really bad.
No. Well, it'll grow back. It'll grow back. They didn't cut anything away. But the thing is you can still just slide a kayak right down the trail and get in and just slaughter, I would think. Cross on the other side where they can't fish. It's deep green, you know, it's really deep and green.
On that end over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
nobody can get there. Yeah. You can get there on foot, but you can't fish it because it's solid bush. So I'm thinking spring, summer. That's
the smallmouth are good.
We're gonna do that. You need to get a kayak, man. You must be doing all the good. All right. Well, folks,
I'm cold.
I'm going to give you one last look at some historic landmark here, Hughes Crossing, which is what this low water crossing is called. And I just want you guys to get a sense of the history of this place. Of course, you saw all the geology I showed you. And we're going to call this right now. I think these guys are about done. And anyway, here we go. Right here's your information about this spot. And I've never read it all. That's a lot of writing, you know. We Texans can't read that much. So there is that. But I'll read it if I can read it. And we'll take a look. That's pretty cool, huh? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time on the Texas Flycaster YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Or I went way down, man. I went way down, and I caught slabs. I mean, about 14-inch, you know, just wide bodies. Yeah, that's all I caught. I didn't catch any dinks. I caught dinks here.
He was down there.
I was way down. I went down to the last waterfall. Of course, nothing below that because the water's so low. But above that, fish. So they're washing down. All right, guys, like and subscribe. And, you know, best thing you can do is share these videos or bookmark Texas Flycaster on YouTube. That would really help a lot. And come visit often, because even if you like and subscribe, you may not get to see these videos. Blue River, Oklahoma. Great place to come for a day. Make sure you know the weather before you come. I got blasted by the cold wind, and I'm still stiff from it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time on the Texas Flycaster YouTube channel. You know what, fly fishers? Sometimes you just need a good afternoon nap.